24 hours to go for the Lok Sabha final results of 2024. Countdown has started. In fact, I can say officially it has begun, with India Today also now predicting a clear saffron sweep in the country. With Modi's 400 ke paar mantra, could it actually be looking like a dream now fulfilled for the BJP and specifically for Prime Minister Narendra Modi? So here's on your screens what we found out. India Today Access My India exit poll has predicted 361 to 401 seats for the BJP-led NDA. And for the opposition, for the India bloc, it's about 131 to 166 seats. Both India bloc and BJP knocked the doors of the Election Commission on Sunday in a tit-for-tat move. So even the weekend was buzzing at the EC door. The BJP warned the election body against coordinated attempts by the opposition to undermine integrity of the electoral process. Opposition is asking the commission to ensure that the guidelines will be followed during the counting on Tuesday. Election Commission will hold a press conference on Monday, which is a day before the counting, which is in just the next few hours, ahead of the Lok Sabha election results.
चुनाव आयोग एक स्वतंत्र संस्थान है। देश के हर नागरिक को, हर मतदाता को चुनाव आयोग की कार्रवाई पर पूरा भरोसा है, सिवाय वो लोग जो बुरी तरह से 2024 के लोकसभा चुनाव में हार रहे हैं। एग्जिट पोल में तो बुरी तरह से हारे हैं और एग्जिट पोल में उससे भी कम सीटें इंडिया ब्लॉक की आने वाली है। चुनाव आयोग तो भले आप उनसे आग्रह करो या नहीं, वो तो मतदान की पूरी प्रक्रिया को सख्त जो उनकी गाइडलाइंस है उनको पूरा करते हुए करता है। ये चुनाव के हारने के पहले की जो आहट है वो देश के लोग आज सुन रहे हैं, कांग्रेस पार्टी के नेताओं की ओर से और इंडिया ब्लॉक के नेताओं की ओर से।
आपने एग्जिट पोल देखा था, 2023 में चुनाव हुआ था मध्य प्रदेश और छत्तीसगढ़ में, जो आंकड़े मिले बीजेपी को, वो आंकड़े किसी एग्जिट पोल ने दिए थे। उसका विपरीत बंगाल में जो आंकड़े कहे गए वो मिले थे क्या बीजेपी को? ये सब एग्जिट पोल का कारनामा है। तो जनता का पोल ज्यादा आवश्यक है, ज्यादा महत्वपूर्ण है, एग्जिट पोल नहीं। हम समझते हैं कि जो जमीनी सच है, हमने दिन भर बैठ के जो एक एक लीडर ने अपने लोकल इनपुट के आधार पर अवलोकन करके फिगर दिया, वो करेक्ट है। 295, 290 के आसपास।
So the only exit poll that has a #1 strike rate and that everyone was tuned in clearly when the results from our exit poll came out. Now, India Today's exit poll has given out a thumping victory for the NDA, touching almost 400. And here's our insights, however. What could be the hits and misses? Our double engine of India Today, Rahul Kanwal and Rajdeep Sardesai, tell you more about it.
There is an interesting development which has taken place today. In an MLC election in a graduates constituency, of course small numbers, the BRS has won over the Congress in Mehboob-Nagar, which is Revanth Reddy's home ground. If Revanth Reddy is losing in Mehboob-Nagar, where he campaigned, where he voted, this is going to lead to trouble, because there will be many other groups, many other CM aspirants who will say that with him leading the campaign, these are the numbers, if these numbers come on Tuesday.
You know, it's very interesting. If they lose Karnataka, the buzz was if they lose this badly, Siddaramaiah in trouble. But guess what? If DK Suresh loses, DK Shivkumar also doesn't get any brownie points. So his principal rival is also then if as our poll suggests that DK Suresh could be losing. So Karnataka, both the main contenders will be bruised. But Revanth Reddy will have to look over his shoulder, because the BJP will look at opportunity in Karnataka. The BRS remains a party that is eminently poachable in this present scenario. So I think Telangana is a state which could be a question mark. You just mentioned Bihar briefly. The buzz is that Nitish Kumar could become governor somewhere. The BJP is very clear. They will not go into 2025 under Nitish Kumar's leadership. That is clear. This time BJP, the only North Indian state, Rahul, where the BJP has not had a chief minister of its own is Bihar. I mean, I'm not including Punjab here, but the only Hindi heartland state is Bihar. So they will go next year.
Think? But wouldn't I want to ask Pradeep?
Flip-flop in Raj Bhavan? Sorry, he has no cards left to play now.
No, but I want to bring in Pradeep in this conversation. Do you think the JDU would have been able to hold on to the number of seats, Pradeep, that they did if it was not with the BJP?
No way.
No way, right?
No,
exactly. So that's the answer to the JDU.
It's not about winning all the time. It's the adding those 5-6% vote share.
Kurmi,
which is very
primarily
important.
Kurmi here.
Kurmi, Kushwaha, even some Dalit votes, EBC.
Okay, I have something very fascinating I want to show you. I mean, at least I find it fascinating. I hope you're finding it fascinating as well. Here it is. So if we look at the urban-rural breakup of India, so we've classified 57 seats out of the 543 as being urban, where more than 60% of the people live in urban pockets. Out of this, the BJP has swept almost all. 43 up 3, 4 from the last time. The India Alliance at 13, down 2. So it's the
that
complete...
too coming from Tamil Nadu. Those India Alliance 13 seats, which is Chennai and all that.
Complete domination in
And Kolkata some seats.
urban pockets, just some parts of Maharashtra and some parts of Kerala, some parts of Tamil Nadu. But apart from that, in all urban pockets, the BJP is sweeping. Let's now look at rural seats, because the BJP is no longer just an urban phenomena. Out of the 343 seats we classified as being rural seats, where 60% of the population was living in rural areas, the NDA has 246 of those. That's up 21 from the last time. The BJP by itself has 204 of those. So that's a very big number. The India Alliance is at 88. But remember, the India Alliance is also strengthened by the fact that earlier Trinamool and all weren't considered.